So hello, this is Mirai from Sigh. You are watching rockflesh.com.
rockflesh.com here at Damnation, and I am honoured as a bit of a black metal sort of fanboy. I'm honoured to have Mirai from Sigh here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, thank you. So let's start. You played last night.
Yeah.
Wow. Absolutely wow. How was it for you?
Well, it was really great. Especially the audience was very enthusiastic. So it gave a lot of energy to us. So yeah.
So you did a basically album set last night.
Yes.
Is that something you usually do, or was that a bit of a one-off?
No, it's actually so far we did a Scorn Defeat in its entirety a few times, but it's very rare. Because we have released a lot of albums, so yeah. But this is the 30th anniversary. The album came out in 1993, so it was kind of a special set.
Does it take a lot of effort to do one of those sets? Was there a lot of rehearsals and trying to remember how all the songs sort of went?
Well, actually, it's a bit strict. It's album from 30 years ago, but you remember the first album very well. Much better than the last 2 or 3 somehow, because we were young and that was the first album, so we put a lot of energy. We have a lot of good memories. So actually, as far as I go, I didn't have to struggle. It was very easy for me. I remembered almost everything. Yeah.
And so I've spoken to other people about doing album sets, and I presume the tracks weren't recorded chronologically. They weren't recorded so it's quite weird to do a set where it's actually the people who are so tied into those order of the songs are us, the fans, as we listen to that there. Is it quite weird to actually have to do it in that specific order?
Oh yeah, well, but it's some kind of trend right now to do the entire album. So yeah, and then we have as I said, we have a lot of albums, so it's much easier for the fans to rather than some fans has to learn the songs beforehand before coming to the show. So probably it's easier for the fans if they know we're gonna play the whole album beforehand. So yeah, maybe they can enjoy the show much more.
And talking about shows, you're playing again tonight. So what can we expect? Different. I presume different set.
Yes. So we are not going to play any songs from Scorn Defeat tonight because we played everything. So there will be no repeating at all. So we're gonna play totally different songs. Yeah.
And your new album out this year. You said 30. You've been 30 years plus as a thing. Have you still got that thirst and energy and excitement?
Yeah, I can say so, but it takes longer because in the very beginning we released album almost every year. But now I'm 53, so I need much more longer than like 3 or 4 years to fully to charge myself. So this excitement is there, but I'm getting slower. Yeah, I have to admit. Yeah.
But it's worth it because the new album is excellent, if I might say so. It really, and it shows evolution, which is really interesting after having been doing this for so long. Are you still finding new places and new ways to take black metal?
Yeah, because if I don't think I can find something new, I wouldn't make a new album, because there's no point in repeating something we've done in the past. So I think you're right. Yeah.
And you still get excited by black metal, then I presume. You still.
Yeah, because I grew up in the 80s, so I'm a big thrash metal fan and still listen to a lot of thrash metal from the 80s. So well, I'm 53, but I feel like I'm still 80s, 70, it doesn't change.
So do you feel part of a scene, or do you feel quite, especially being a Japanese black metal band, do you feel part of the scene, or do you feel quite unique as a band?
I don't know. I never tried to be unique or anything. I just try to express myself. But of course, I'm a Japanese. I use a totally different languages and culture is different. So Well, probably anything I make will sound from things in the US or things in Europe spontaneously, I guess. So that's I never try to be different. I never try to be unique. But well, I can't help with it.
I think that's what makes it so exciting. Because last night felt like a real theatrical thing, and that's what we're going to say. Your live shows are much more than just you and the band, guitars, 100 miles an hour. They feel like theatrical. Is that something you make a real attempt with to try and create that?
Yeah, because I'm a huge fan of bands like Merciful Fate, Kingdom, on the Kiss. Yeah. They had a lot of fires and blood and everything. That's what I love about heavy metal from the 80s. The heavy metal, when heavy metal was something very evil and exciting. Yeah, that's what I love.
Brilliant. Well, I'm really looking forward to tonight, sort of seeing them set. I presume we're going to get some tracks from the new album tonight.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Good.
We're going to play a few tracks from the new one too. Yeah.
Excellent. Looking forward to that. So, final question before I let you go off and prepare for tonight. So, if you were allowed, so we're here at Damnation Festival, but if I said, right, you can have Sigh the festival or Sigh Fest or whatever, who would you book?
Well, as I said, I'm an old school. So of course, Venom, Chaotic Frost, Voivod, Creator, Sodom, so that kind of stuff. So yeah.
And interesting bands who are still, you mentioned bands who are still going and still actually doing really interesting things. Sort of, I caught Voivod this year, and they're still got it. Absolutely, still really exciting.
Yeah, to be honest, a lot of thrash metal from the 80s are just repeating themselves. Voivod is a huge exception. Creator is a huge exception to their latest album. It's as good as those in the 80s too. So yeah, they're great.
And I would say the same with Sigh. So Sigh have moved on and developed and stuff.
Yeah, at least I'm trying.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for last night, which was fantastic, and looking forward to this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And you've been watching rockfest.com. Please go to our website to catch me writing lots of superlative words about how fantastic Sigh were last night and how fantastic they'll be again tonight. But also you can find all photos and all the stuff around Damnation. And we'll catch you soon. Thank you.